We're so back. I mean, you already know I had the McDouble. You don't even have to ask, man. Fries? No fries. Not necessary. Drink? It is summer drink days, but I said not necessary. Let me see. Okay. Got to bring myself back into the experience here. Those toys say 4+. Don't worry about the Minion toy, okay? I give my daughter some toys that are 4+, even though she's 3. I'm just going to be honest. She's not your average 3-year-old. They put those limits on the toy for, might I say, like the bottom decile of children. She's not in the bottom decile. I think top quartile in terms of like playing with toys in a responsible fashion. So I use my own judgment on that one. He's so real for that. Disney adult daughter or Bluey adult son? You're going to get me in trouble right off the bat. Like, I don't want to start. It's a long weekend. We're coming in, like, rested, feeling good, feeling, like all men under the sun are my brothers and stuff like that. And then you're like, here's, like, alienate, like, a certain percentage of people. I do find the preponderance of Disney adults to be kind of baffling to me. But I do find the people who don't have kids and Bluey is their favorite show, that's even more baffling to me. Now you don't get to choose at the end of the day. It's true, it is on Disney Plus, so it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. No, I don't think Chibley's in that camp. Chibley will watch some weird stuff. Chibley will be like, oh, my favorite movie, Just Married with Brittany Murphy. Number 2, Portrait of a Woman on Fire. Like you can't pin him down. He's inscrutable. We slide. Can I say, by the way, also the place where we were camping, I heard a hawk tuah in the wild. A man got out of his pickup truck in a parking lot and started spitting on the ground. Not an uncommon occurrence. And then after his last spit, he went, hawk tuah! And then he and his friends started laughing like crazy. This was probably before the interview came out where she said she does not like Donald Trump. I understand they probably would have like disavowed that hawk tuah. That's me just based on, the location that I was in. Hang on. Okay, we'll try the left side then. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'll take the L on that one. I don't fully understand what happened. Please. Oh, that's merciful, man. Physics got a little wonky. Sounds like you were in Ohio. It kind of felt like Ohio. I just feel like you meet interesting people when you camp, man. Not that we really had conversations with them, but there was, this campsite that we were in, there were like 6, I guess a campground. There were like 6 camping sites. A couple of other sites were like, families with young kids. Then one of the sites was a dude that was like, he was very nice, but he was dressed like a wizard the first day that we were there. I mean, like, he had like pajamas on with like stars and moons on them and stuff like that, and the wizard hat. And he was listening to Fish like all day, which is, what do you expect, man? You're camping. And then the second day, he was dressed like Mario. And I was like, this guy is really like, he's in touch with nature. Not so much like the wizard, the mall wizard that's been going around on social media. More like a sleepy Merlin. He was normal height, I would say. Like he was not crouch walking. But then he was like, "Hey, we're checking out today." So we left a bunch of firewood at your tent. And I was like, "Thank you so much." And then like 6 hours later, we were like, "We're checking out." We didn't use the campfire. Or the firewood, I should say. But thank you for your magical wood, though. I appreciate it. He seemed like a nice guy. Nothing against him. I'm so ready for Bong Floor. Yeah. Yes, man. Yes. Seth Rogen playing Enter the Gungeon. Weed mod. So ready to kneel at the altar, the Cathedral of Bong. Weed, weed, weed. Listen, I don't know if there is anything. I appreciate you saying there's something there. I'm not sure there is anything there. I haven't told a joke in like 2 days. So you got to cut me some slack. Also, I've been disconnected from the internet, which is where like I get inspired for some of my best jokes. -1 then? Thank you for your mercy. I appreciate that. Terry. that was clinical, man. That was some Michael Clayton shit. Where's the ball, dude? Yes! No, 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 no. Yes. Okay. Whew. Ooh. Okay, hold. I was indeed watching Dan fight Chili Relleno when I was on the Peloton today. I mean, it was on the monitor, like far away from me, but I saw the run where he got Chili Relleno to 0 HP in the Pensis Castle. That's why I tweeted him. I tweeted him and said I was here with a bike emoji. That's like Danglish for like I was watching you, but I was on the bike so I couldn't chat. It's not even like reading between the lines. That's just like reading the lines. Did you see him talk about Sasha Grey? No, but I did. So again, I didn't have like my computer audio on my headphones. I don't know why that made me feel like craft work to say computer audio, but I did see him after he beat Chili Relleno. There was like a 50-minute post-mortem where he watched the clip like half a dozen times of him killing the boss. And then like a bunch of streamers' faces popped up and started like their mouths were moving and he was obviously having them say something in like an AI voice. I didn't know what it was, but I was one of them. But that's Dan. That's the pageantry, man. That's what you're there for. Are you really throwing up right now, Tomo? It's like it's an inopportune time. Let me see. The Terry's chocolate oranges have been fierce today. Yeah, I mean you heard it, I'm sure. Come on, bro. Come on. Don't not over here. Not over here. Okay. 1 second. It's nice of him. He also threw up some kind of like I don't know, like it's a Pharaoh fluid or something like that. Like it was just wet, but then as soon as it touched the rug, it dried instantaneously. It's not like there's wood, smooth, wipeable wood, like 2 centimeters away from both spots he threw up on. Instead, he's like, no, right for the fibers. Like, what's wrong with you? Bro, I'm eating right now. Dinner? That's not my fault. That's your fault for being European. I got no control over that. It's like 9:30 in the morning here. My cat pisses 1 inch from the box every time. It's honestly hard to not just take it as like an insult, like a deliberate insult. Same thing, like both of my cats pee in the litter box, but they piss like against the wall of the litter box instead of onto the sand. So it like runs down the wall and then lands in the sand, and it doesn't clump right. Like it's hard to explain. It just becomes like wet sand instead of the crystal rocks that it's supposed to be. And then they don't cover it. They like Ruka used to be really good at covering it. Like he was a normal cat, and Tomo didn't cover it. But now they both don't cover it. But for some reason, they pee, hop out of the litter box, and then scratch the floor or scratch the side of the litter box so it makes like the loudest noise of all time. And then they just run away at like the fastest speed they possibly can. Like I don't understand, man. Makes no sense. My toddler has hand, foot, and mouth right now. I feel your pain. That's solidarity. That's toddler parent solidarity right there. My child has never had hand, foot, and mouth disease, but as I understand it, it is like if one kid in the daycare gets it, all the kids in the daycare are going to get it. We've done norovirus a couple times, RSV once. Who knows other than that? Does anyone here remember Spelunky HD? Listen, brother, I get it. It's easy to be seduced by the allure of nostalgia. It will never be 2012 again, okay? Stop this. I understand it. I understand because I wouldn't say I fall victim to it. I would say I dash my ship on the rocks thanks to the Siren song of nostalgia all the time. But nostalgia is, you know, you got to take the good parts of it, which is the positive feeling you get when you dive back into your memory of lived experiences. But you also have to remember that it's a charade. And the reason it's a charade is that people who were like 17 years old in 2016 are posting like, man, we'll never see 2016 again. And like for people who were adults in 2016, the year like on a macro level kind of sucked ass. Anytime I open up social media and they're like, the summer of 2016 was a movie or something like that, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It turns out that you're just nostalgic for like age 12 to 24 most of the time, I think. Hang on. Okay. ...2011 was kind of sick. Well, actually, that's the year that Macho Man Randy Savage died, so fuck you, man. Wasn't a great year for Macho Man Randy Savage, was it? I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Oh, no, I'm not having... Isn't there someone you forgot to ask? That's Macho Man Randy. That's my impression of Macho Man Randy Savage. 2011 was sick. I was kind of, I mean, I was in Korea. 2006 was a movie, man. You guys had to be there. I was 5. That's fucking crazy. It's crazy that you would think of like 2006 the same way I think of like 1993. Bong floor, man. Imagine if you went to high school during like the Great Depression. You gotta like send your friends like singing telegrams and shit that were like, the summer of 1928 was a movie. So like the summer of 1928 was a moving picture. Anyway. Sigma male candygrams. You know a business that I don't understand? And there's a lot of businesses I don't understand. Anything related to like rocketry, that's one. But like this is more mundane than that. I guess what I'm just trying to say is just because I don't understand it doesn't mean it's not with its own merit. How the fuck is edible arrangements still in business, man? I'm 35 years old. I've like celebrated things. I've purchased a home and received gift baskets. I've never in my life received an edible arrangement. But I still, I see it around Vancouver. I see an edible arrangements van from time to time on my drives. And I'm like, how are they in business, man? Are you asking for one? No, I think it would be annoying. Isn't it like a bunch of, it's a bouquet of cut fruit? I like cut fruit. I don't, as soon as you cut it though, you're on like a time limit. I would rather just buy it like as necessary, personally. They made $500 million last year? That's crazy, man. I mean, I'm sure there's not like one location, but still. Sometimes I just order them for myself. For yourselves? Sorry, I read that wrong. You're not crazy. I'm crazy. How do you always have the correct takes on fruit? Well, you got to remember, I'm a millennial, which means that I'm old, but I think I'm young. But that puts me in a unique position of now, 10 years ago, I was like, why does this business exist? It must be the boomers. And now that I'm ascending age-wise into boomerism, I think I now reach the point where I'm like, wait, I'm a relatively normal guy. These guys are going under. Because I've never even heard anybody my age mention buying an edible arrangement for anybody. Not to mention, 50% of the people in North America now think fruit is bad for you because it has sugar in it. So I don't know. As soon as it's going to be edible arrangements that are just made of fucking Impossible Burgers and I don't know, raw milk or something. So I don't know. They got a lot. If you were to do a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats analysis, I don't know. They might be in a little bit of a spooky situation. It's just going to be fucking, here's a bouquet of that cauliflower that looks like a fractal dusted with ashwagandha. Guy building DoorDash 3 right now. Yes! Yes! A guilt-free snack to enjoy during my perennium sunning. Thread emoji. You win today, by the way. Win the internet. Congratulations, sir. You win the internet. How would you rate your Lofoten archipelago ride? It's just something to distract the brain while you sit there for 2 hours. That plus a podcast would go crazy. Listen, I listened to that whole Behind the Bastards miniseries on Thomas Jefferson. I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't care if Lin-Manuel Miranda gets offended. I do not want to smoke with him. That sounds like a nightmare. This guy sounds like he's got some cognitive dissonance. I knew he was like I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it. I don't want to say controversial figure. I feel like that does it a disservice. I guess I didn't know he was that bad. When you think about it, the dude really did write, hey, like, all men are entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And then he was like, by the way, I own like 80 slaves. Like, what the fuck, man? It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's just like, not good. No. Hold. It's in a divot. It's in a divot. It's in a divot. It's in a divot. Oh, hold. No, sorry. Lin-Manuel Miranda didn't say that. As far as I can tell, you know, I mean, Lin-Manuel Miranda seems a better character than Thomas Jefferson. I feel like I can say that with a relative degree of confidence. I'm not saying he's 100% perfect. I don't know everything about Lin-Manuel Miranda. What I do know is that clearly in Disney's Wish, the way I pictured things going down is that they were like, Lin-Manuel Miranda, thank you for writing the songs in Moana. Thank you for writing some of the songs in Encanto. Would you like to write the songs for Wish as well? And then he was like, sure, but give me like this much money. And they were like, no. How about like this much? And then he said, nah, not interested. So they just like recreated Lin-Manuel Miranda with like ChatGPT 3. And it turned out to be 17 cuts below the organic Lin-Manuel Miranda, unpasteurized, straight from the teat. And I bet they're regretting every minute of that. They moneyballed him. They did. They said, you know, we can't afford Lin-Manuel Miranda anymore, but we'll recreate him in aggregate. Well, how'd that work out for you? True. LMM greater than sign LLM. That's I'm going to give you a +2 on that one. Was it actually made with AI? No, I'm insulting a real person, but pretending it's a robot so that it feels better, I guess. I'm insulting a real person, probably a team of real people. But there's no way that like when they started writing the songs, they didn't have a whiteboard that said like Lin-Manuel Miranda on it. You can listen. Many of you have probably not seen Wish, and I would not encourage you to do so unless you have like a child who's like interested in watching the movie. But hold. We're gonna push this up against the wall, like Prison Mike. Librarian, are you okay? By the way, listen. I'm not trying to be parasocial towards you. I was up at like 6 in the morning this morning. I saw tweets from you that were like 42 minutes old. I was like, why are you up at like 5:10 in the morning? And I don't really know. I'm very tired. Well, that's self-evident. I'm not calling them out. I'm just like, I asked, are you okay? I need sleep so bad. You're not going to miss anything on this stream, I promise. You can take a day. But also, you have real work. Oh, that's right. I have real work. I understand. No, that's my bad. I just forgot. I mean, you are like... You have real work, but you are chatting right now, so you can understand my confusion as well. But I get it. It's a modern yolk. You do too? Yeah, it's true. Don't forget, by the way, I'm banking today because I was supposed to take today off. So, like, when I take another day off at some point, that doesn't count as a day off because today was supposed to be a day off, but now I'm in. So, like, the next day off is free. Well, a day off of my choosing is free. And the migraine doesn't count because that's a sick day. I haven't taken many sick days this year. Probably should have when I was doing, those climbing streams where even though it was like 70 degrees Fahrenheit in my office, I felt like I was inside of the like walk-in freezer. But what else would I be doing anyway? Okay. Now we're in PB territory, okay? All right, bro, just put the fries in the bag. I did get a little annoyed when I ordered McDonald's for my family yesterday. I made my wife a plate of her stuff to bring up to her. And I was like, wait, there's no dipping sauce. I got a sweet and sour, I got a hot mustard, and I got another sweet and sour for my daughter's chicken nuggets for her Happy Meal. I open up the bag, no sauces, man. This is ridiculous. I'm like, now it's my ass. I got to go up and be like, they forgot the sauces. And then the unspoken question is going to be like, why didn't you look for the sauces before you left the restaurant? And I got to be like, well, I just thought they would put the sauces. Like it ends up being my fault. You know how it is. Regardless, then I thought, you know what? A little bit of a Hail Mary. I opened up the Happy Meal box. They had all 3 sauces in the Happy Meal box. And I was like, you can't do that. That's the packaging is misleading. Supposed to put one of them is from the Happy Meal and 2 of them are from the chicken nugget order. Saved. Hey, Garmakosh, thank you for the gifted subscriptions, by the way. Thank you. Were you happy when you saw them? Yeah, but I felt like they tricked me. I also feel like, listen, I understand McDonald's is a public corporation. They want to make a profit, right? Just for goodwill, the goodwill of the consumer, they could start putting 2 sauces in the 6-piece, man. Come on. It's corn syrup and salt. They're really saying, oh, you can get the 6-piece if you want, but we're only going to give you 1 dipping sauce. Like this, it's just too much, man. Okay, hang on, hold. Daniel, thank you for the raid. Thank you. I want you to know I was not blowing smoke up your keister. I was there. I had the stream open on my monitor while I was on the Peloton. You can check the timestamp of my tweet. Now, I don't need the banana slice. You don't need to give me the banana slice. I know that I was there. And that's enough for me. And I was happy for you too. But I will say, after watching you die to that boss 1,100 times, I think if I boot up the DLC with your build, I beat it in 100, sub 100. Because I've learned the patterns just from watching you play. Like I was basically playing through you. I was like, you should do a jump attack here. They'll get staggered. Then you did the jump attack and they got staggered, and I was like, you're welcome. Apollo did it in under an hour? Yeah, with the fucking laser beam from outer space, summoning an entire moon to fall on the boss, using the mimic tier, Diet Coke flask that makes you immune. Oh, with the same build? All right, never mind. He's pretty good at games. You said it's too much game for you? I think it is too much game for me, man. The self-pin, you know what? I mean, he's shouting it from the rooftops. Someone's got to push the rock, brother. Yeah, we can't all play Elden Ring. No. I think there should be a mod for Elden Ring that literally just is like fog wall. Like I like Elden Ring. Don't get me wrong. It's a very good game. The thought of playing through like almost the entire game again to get to the DLC was a little daunting. There's a boss rush mod. That's crazy, dude. Is the DLC included? Use your old save? No, that motherfucker's a stranger to me, man. I have no connection to him. It was made by a different man. That's not me anymore, man. That's the old me. Okay, this is new PB territory. We've never been here before. And bro, this is the first time in my life in Sisyphus, I don't see, like, it's not Rainbow Road anymore. Like, the clouds are right there. So, I'll tell you, for sure, I thought that was like a heartbeat sound, like from Mario Maker. I'm not touching the ball holders on this one, because I simply don't trust whatever this substrate is to hold the weight of my boulder. So we will very slowly and very patiently walk the ball. By the way, I do have to say something about camping. I suffer from a little copium from time to time. At our campsite, Kate was like, ooh, 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 Ryan, look at this. And there was like an Oi Ocha bottle, which is like Japanese green tea, thrown into the woods with like a very amber gold type fluid in the bottle. And I was like, it's tea. They shouldn't litter, but it's just tea. And then she was like, no, look at it again. And I was like, okay, maybe you're right. It's piss. What kind of degenerate is going camping, pissing in a plastic bottle, and then throwing the bottle in the woods, sealed? That's like 7 different types of littering when you could have just gone pee. Like, you could have just, like, I woke up at 2 a.m. and I just unzipped the tent and then peed outside. Like, what? I don't understand why you would do that. Instead, you put your pee in a plastic bottle, and then you didn't even throw out the bottle. You threw the bottle into the forest. Like, are you evil? Are you Darth Vader? Like, that's madness. Maybe he was gonna pour it out, but he forgot. I mean, he chucked it in the woods, man. I mean, yeah, there's porta potties, but I can see if you wake up at like 1 in the morning, you're not like super excited about throwing your sandals on and then walking out to a porta potty in pitch black and then peeing there. Like, I just went outside because, I mean, that's what the animals are doing too. But then to throw the bottle into the woods is like, that's ignorant behavior to me. Why not just take the bottle and go pour the bottle out or something? And this guy was in trouble because it did not taste right. Okay, I'm a little scared about this curve up here, obviously. Like, this brother had like maple syrup urine disease or something. But it did help out with the pancakes. You're like Bear Grylls? It's a holiday weekend, brother. More like beer grill. Yummy. So true, so true. Okay, pay attention. I mean, there's no way that those columns of yore are not the end, man. But I am concerned because Justin did say you haven't even gotten to the guy yet. But now, I don't know if this is copium. If you had asked me 15 minutes ago, I would have been like, we got to watch out for the guy. But now that I'm up here, I'm like, there's no guy. He just said that so that I would be like paranoid that there would be a guy. And then at the end, there would be no guy. And then he would be like, gotcha. I think it's like, it's Bell Monster all over again, man. Okay, this is lock-in bridge. I was going to say that there should be like a Mario Maker for these kinds of games, but I guess there is, right? It's just Unity. I almost lost it there. Okay. Listen, if there's going to be a guy, he's going to be here, because those pillars, I got some strong feelings about the pillars, okay? I'm not deviating from the plan here, even if the floor does look like a bong. I'm not hitting the shift key. I am looking up to see if like a Neon Genesis Evangelion angel is gonna pop down on us, but I'm not sprinting until it seems necessary to sprint. Let's put it that way. Hey, Poop Ghost. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. I encountered you this weekend, Poop Ghost. I picked my daughter up from a class. It smelled like human feces. I was like, oh no, she must have pooped her pants. And then the teacher was like, oh, she's going to go wash her hands. You should go with her. I think she might need a diaper change. And I was like, she's 3 years old. She's not wearing diapers. So that's even worse for me. But your heart's in the right place. Take her into the bathroom, fully expecting to find like an underwear load of poop. Nah, man. Just clean. Clean down there. I said, did you fart? She said, no. I said, did you poop? She said, no. I was like, maybe the teacher pooped themselves. I didn't know what was going on. It smelled like so unmistakably of human feces. I'm trying to avoid fixating on being scared. I'm trying to avoid also falling into a false sense of security here. I'm just trying to stay dialed. As far as I'm concerned, I'm Sisyphus going his own way. I have a job. I have to push the rock to the top of the mountain so that it can roll back down. Until I see a data point that indicates that I should alter my current suite of behaviors, I'm just going to keep doing me. I'm in my lane. I'm unbothered. Moisturized? Not really. But feeling good. Feeling good. I do wish there was a voice or something, though, that was like, hey, you did it. What are those stream tags? They're not helpful at all. I used to run my stream kind of like a business, which is actually like, it's good and bad. It feels like somewhat spiritually bankrupt, but it is good for the consumer. If you see your audience as your consumers, it's nice that they know that like, hey, around this time he's going to be here. And Wednesdays he always plays, you know, FIFA or whatever. It's FIFA Wednesday. Like, I get it. But now I sort of, for me, I've kind of rejected that. And maybe I've rejected it more than I should have. And I treat this as like my own personal, this is like meditation for me. And it's entirely vibe based. So the stream tags are coherent with that. And I don't really, I mean, maybe this is a beneficial ideal for me to have when clearly you are consumers and your fiduciary support allows me to survive and live my lifestyle. But I don't see it like that anymore. I see it like, I try to phrase it like, I don't want it, it's not Plato like lecturing to the students of philosophy. I see it as a collaborative effort though. Like it's a seminar and I got the mic. It's like Oprah. I got the mic and sometimes we have guests. But I also, every once in a while, someone in the audience is like, I got something to say, and we pass them the microphone and then we talk about it. So I'm inclined to say that the second bong floor is free if we have to go back. The second bong floor is no problem. We can sprint it next time, if we want. Now, what the fuck is going to happen on Marble? This is crazy, but this is what happens when most people beat this game in like 5 hours, and I'm on like hour 28 or something. I want to move over to the shadows because I can use the shadows to get a better sense of how much distance I'm traveling. I'm on like a measuring tape right now. That shadow doesn't feel right. Never mind. Okay, that was scary for a second, but I guess it's just the shadow of the pillar. I don't know. I thought that was something descending upon us. Oh, man. Just keep going. Stop telling me there's no guy. I don't think the way that Justin told me about it, it was like he let it slip that there was a guy. So either he's like the greatest actor of all time, or there is a guy. But maybe like something about the way that we did the game, like despawned him. Don't look behind you. If I look behind me, here's my worst fear. You say, look behind you, there's a guy. I look behind me. By spinning my camera around, I lose the ball, and there's no guy behind me. And then I gotta walk the fuck back while the ball goes down at like 400 kilometers an hour all the way down to the bottom. So I'm not going to turn around. If he catches me, that's fine, okay? But I'm not gonna do an unforced error. I'm so proud of you. Wait, Justin, but I haven't seen the guy yet. How could you be proud of me if I haven't seen the guy yet? Because, I mean, we're at the top, man. There's nothing left. You know who should be at the end of this? Mika Kiprasov. Because if you can get it by him, you deserve the win. True, true. Who's that? Best goaltender in Calgary Flames history? My brothers. Pay attention. You're right. I should, but I can't lock in. It's just not me. It's like asking PK Subban to not do a spinorama with the puck when he's the last man exiting the defensive zone, thus giving up like a 4-on-0 to the opposing team. Like, it's just, you knew when you drafted him, like, what you see is what you get. 50% of the spinoramas are gonna be like highlight worthy, and 50% are gonna be like, you know, how could you do that? Snarbosis, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Is this really it? There's no guy? Justin, there's no guy? There's no bell monster? Do you even have cats, man? Where do the lies end? There was a guy, you passed him? It's crazy how like one night of sleeping outside will save your life. I was struggling so much in this game until I got in touch with the bounty of nature, and then look at this. We pushed that shit to the top of the mountain. And we're still only half the way up. Sorry, that's a Dr. Disrespect quote. Let's remove that one from the vernacular. Okay, push, push, push. Okay, now just slowly, I don't want it to like roll over the end here. Yo, the guy, man! Is this the guy? Sisyphus, you finally reached the summit. I know your journey wasn't easy. Soggy Burrito, thanks for the gifted subscriptions as well. Thank you. Just like the world you've lived in, filled with effort and pain, injustices and resentments, things not going as planned. Yo, doesn't this dude hate me, though? Isn't this like a punishment? Why is he, like, commiserating with me? We're not in the same social class, man. Oh, it's so beautiful, though, that he actually, like, took a knee at the end. And now he gets to rest. Librarian, thank you as well. Thank you. It's not just the world of humans that's absurd. Everyone eventually dies. Even the wisest cannot uncover all truths. Living without knowing even the reason for one's birth, as long as one is born human, the world seems only absurd. Sisyphus, what meaning can you find in this endless suffering? I acknowledge meaninglessness. I acknowledge the meaninglessness and pursue unconditional joy in the moments between life and death. I will love and maintain this meaninglessness itself. I am already happy. Skill difference. Very impressive. It seems you found the meaning of your life. Not even this punishment can dominate you. I must reflect on this too. Oh no, he's going to take the ball away. No! Well, the time has come. I will send down the boulder, so push it back up again. Oh, dude, this is kind of sick. I'm not going to skip this. Are you crazy? Look at all this shit we climbed, man. You did not give up, even amidst the endlessly repeating challenges. Oop, the physics engine had a little hiccup there. And in that process, you discovered true happiness. Listen, the point of this game is that this is meaningless, but my meaninglessness had more meaning than every other streamer who's ever played this game because I suffered more. I think that's the takeaway that I've got from it at the very least. I have the most meaningful meaninglessness, in my personal opinion. Congratulations on clearing the game! That's why we do it, guys! That's why we do it. Congratulations, you have completed a great game. What's the hour count? I'll go to Steam at the end and see, but it's a long time. By the way, Librarian, thank you for cutting these up, because they're like dying on my YouTube channel. Every one of them gets like 10% less views than the one before it, and all the comments are like, Jesus Christ, when is this shit gonna end? People are like, he really, like, the irony for me is the people who are like, he's really regressed as a content creator. He used to talk stupid but play smart games, but now he talks smart and he plays stupid games? That's ridiculous. Is he experiencing some kind of brain death? Is this really the same guy who beat the prologue of Stone Shard? We made it. That's the important thing. Now we've only got one absurd task remaining, which is wait for Corey to come back, and then we can finally beat Chain together. Sisyphus is for the Twitch Andrews, for sure. If you're watching on YouTube, I respect you. I got nothing but respect for you. It's a long journey, and we never knew when it would end. But we did know that it was going to end, except for that 2-month break I took from playing it. What was it, like a week ago? I was like, I don't know what to play, and one person said you should beat Sisyphus. I feel like that, you opened up like a new arc in my own personal narrative history. I appreciate that. I guess it was probably 2 weeks ago, because we played Chain together like all last week. This really puts it in perspective, man. It was a long trip. You ever going to go back to story-based games? If they make a good one. Time taken 13 hours. Total distance traveled 8 kilometers. But this is not right, because it's not really 13 hours. Let me check Steam. Playtime 22.4 hours. Because I think we did like 10 hours, and then when we started playing it again, we said, let's play it on, let's restart. Because we were almost at the bottom anyway. Well, let's go /marker.